Hello, world! I'm here with my little sister, Camila, and let's jump into the episode. We have a lot of things to talk about because Cami has so much wisdom running through her mind at all times and so much to share with the world. And so you're going to get a peek into her brain today, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so how about you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? How old are you? What do you like to do?
I am 8 years old. I like to paint. I like to sing. I like to do sports like soccer and tennis. And yeah.
Yeah. We have a few things to talk about today, like I said. And I'm using this journal that Cami got me for Christmas to keep track of everything we're going to talk about. So first, I want to talk about something that you brought up to me the other day when we were studying for your science test. Mm-hmm. And we were just talking about the power of the mind, right? And how we have so much power over ourselves. Mm-hmm. So what do you think about that?
Well, if you say you're going to do something bad, mm-hmm. it's going to really happen. And if you say you're going to do something good, it's also going to happen. So, because your brain doesn't know if it's real life or not. So, if you say, oh, I'm going to do really bad on this test, you're going to do super bad on this test. If you say, I'm going to ace it, it's going to be amazing, nothing's going to go wrong, I'm going to get an A+, that's probably going to be the result to your test.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Like once or twice.
Like you think it works?
Yeah.
What else can you apply this way of thinking to?
What do you mean by that?
Like, does it only work for school and does it only work for tests?
No, it works for everything.
Everything?
Like, remember when we were going up the hill to get on the bridge?
Okay, so I was running.
You were running. And
I was running, you were biking.
Yeah, and I was saying, isn't this so easy? And I remember you were saying, I was like...
Well, hang on, let's set the scene.
Yeah.
Cami and I were exercising together. I was on a run, she was on a bike ride. Mm-hmm. Super hot outside because we live in Miami.
Yeah.
And we were going uphill.
Yeah.
And I'm sweating, and I'm starting to lose my breath, and it's getting difficult. But then Cami says to me,
it's really easy. Why are you complaining? Like, it's the easiest thing in the world.
It's the easiest thing in the world. What Cami was telling me on this bike ride / run was that if we just tell ourselves it's easy, it is easy.
It's super easy. We got up there in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
We tried to tell her mom the same thing since she was doing that, but she didn't really get what we were saying.
Yeah, she was a little farther behind us. But it's true that if you tell
brain that it's the easiest thing in the world and you couldn't get through this like that, then it's going to be the easiest thing in the world because your brain doesn't know what's happening now or later.
Yeah, you start to believe it.
Yeah.
Right?
Your brain starts to say, oh, this is happening right now.
How do you know this?
Actually, my dad told me.
Mm-hmm. He's taught you?
Yeah.
He also talks a lot about positive affirmations, right?
He was actually on a podcast, too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And he talks a little bit about it.
Should you mention him? Should you mention him?
Sure. Your dad is my stepdad, Angel. Mm-hmm. I met him when I was probably your age, maybe a little older.
And Ella was like 3 or something.
Ella?
Ella was like 3 or something.
Ella was probably 5. I was probably 8 or 9. And that's how old we were when we met your dad.
Yeah.
And then I was 11 when you were born. And Ella was your age, 8.
Yeah. So that means you're 16.
Yes, and now she's 16.
I couldn't help doing math.
Couldn't help doing math? That's so cute. Do you like having 2 sisters that are a lot older than you?
I love that.
Yeah? What do you love about it?
I got to learn so much cool stuff. And also, like, when I'm young, I can have a famous sister.
What?
It's so cool.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Not Ella?
And Ella.
Yeah.
Because she'll be, like, dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like, it'll be really cool because I have so many older sisters to teach me all this stuff, and then I get A's and everything inside of class because of my older sister, because they get to teach me all these stuff. Like you are in college, and Ella is in 11th grade.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm just in 3rd. So I have both those stuff combined. I'm the smartest girl in my class, probably.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so you study very hard.
Yeah.
And you work really hard in terms of school, right?
Yeah. And everything else.
And everything else, of course.
Yeah.
But there's something very special about you that has caused you to work extra hard. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure.
What is it?
Dyslexia?
Dyslexia.
Dyslexia.
You have dyslexia.
Yeah, I do.
For all the viewers that might not know what dyslexia is, can you explain what it is?
Dyslexia is like when you mix up, like, let's say you're reading a word. Let's say you're reading the word was. If you turn it around, it's saw. S-A-W.
Yeah. And so that happens to you sometimes?
So that happens. But also, in a way, it kind of helps because it's also a help for math, because then you know if, let's say you're doing 1 plus 18.
Okay.
Maybe you think it's 81, but it is really 18. You just turn it the other way.
Yeah.
And for some reason, my brain knows when it's wrong or right.
Yeah.
So it just really helps me with math. But also, what's not my specialty with it is reading.
Okay.
It doesn't really help. But for me, I say I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you are doing pretty good. I mean, every time I come back from college,
I get better and better.
You get better and better, and your vocabulary expands, and like we can have even more elevated conversations like this one, and it's really, really cool to see your growth, and I'm so proud of you. And I know you're proud of yourself too, right? And it's important to be proud of yourself. Can you talk
If you're not proud of yourself, then why do you, like, if you're not proud of yourself, it makes no sense to, like, I don't know.
Like to work hard?
Like, it makes no sense to really, like, work hard.
Yeah.
But also does make sense to work hard. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
But it's like if you're working hard anyways, you should really be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense to work hard if you don't even think that, like, if you don't even compliment yourself for how good you're doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, it can be hard to do that because even for me, it's sometimes hard. But overall, I know I'm doing amazing. But for sometimes, it's just really hard.
So you really believe in yourself, right?
Yeah, I do.
How? Who taught you to believe in yourself? And why do you believe in yourself? And what do you think other people should do to believe in themselves?
I believe in myself because my dad usually says to always believe in yourself, and you're always doing amazing, and you can never do anything wrong. Well,
What do you mean?
you can do stuff wrong, but it doesn't really matter, because if you do something wrong, you're learning how to do it right. So you can never do something wrong.
It's all like part of your path,
Yes.
right? Even the mistakes.
Let's say you're little and you're first learning how to brush your teeth.
Okay.
Let's say you mess up and you're by accident not looking and you're putting on your toothpaste, and all of a sudden you get the toothpaste on a carpet.
Okay.
That wasn't really a mistake because you're learning to always pay attention when you're putting on your toothpaste.
Yeah. And you probably won't make that mistake again.
Yeah, you know how to do it because you probably didn't want that to get all dirty.
Yeah.
You probably feel bad now, but still, you now know that to not do that anymore.
Yeah. So let's go back to the power of your mind, okay?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I get nervous
Yeah.
and a little bit of anxiety creeps in. Does that ever happen to you?
Yes,
So-
it does a lot.
And I want to talk about how you calm yourself down.
Okay, well, what I do to calm myself down is I say everything's okay. This happened before, not now. And if it's not before, then it's later. It hasn't happened yet. You never know it's going to happen or not. But at the same time, do not think about it because your brain doesn't know if it's now or later. So at the same time, it might happen. But that doesn't really work.
Okay.
I don't even think about that when I'm doing it. So what I say is everything's fine. It's not happening now. This is happening later or before, no matter which one it is.
Like the thing that you're anxious about?
Was maybe before or maybe was later.
Okay.
Whatever one.
Right. Okay, so give me an example of something that you would get anxious about. Or that you have gotten anxious about.
Well, once I thought I was really little. I was 3 or something. And we were in this house. And I thought I was home alone.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, I was on my iPad.
Yeah.
I was not listening to Mama when she said that he's gonna go outside to play with Lukey, with Daddy, and I didn't know that Ella was inside the house on her bed. Her door was closed. She couldn't hear me. I was screaming, "Mommy, Mommy, Mommy!" I was really scared, and I got super scared. I started looking outside of the house. I didn't go across the street or anything, but I started looking outside the house. Got really scared, and I called Mama a few times, but her phone was here.
You called her from your iPad?
Yeah.
You were definitely a little older than 3 then.
Something like that.
Okay, but you were younger. Anyways,
Yeah.
So you go outside the house. You're calling her on your iPad.
Yeah, and I'm afraid, scared, don't know what's happening, and I just sit down on the couch and just put my legs up, when you go like this with your legs and stuff.
Yeah, you hold yourself.
And I don't know, I was pretty little. I probably wasn't 3, but as you know, since I was little, I've known how to how you're feeling, how to explain how you're feeling.
Yes,
I was pretty little. I was 4 or something.
Okay, fine.
Something like that. I wasn't 3 though.
Okay.
I definitely was not 3. And I just calmed myself down. I put my legs on the couch right there. And I said, everything is fine. This is not happening now. And I know that finally Mommy will come home. And then all of a sudden, Ella comes out of her door and says, "Cammy, are you okay? Did you go across the street?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine." And then Ella just gives me a hug and then I'm better. And then in a few minutes later, Mama comes and she was like, "Were you screaming my name?" And I was like, "Yes." I got kind of scared, but I calmed myself down. And she was like, "Okay, good." And so and then after that, I did have a few it did kind of go around in my mind a few times so I didn't really want Mama to leave my side, but it finally went away. It was just once I turned 5, I got better without her.
So you combat your anxiety
by saying everything's okay.
Everything's okay and focusing on the present moment.
Yes.
Because usually
that was happening now, but
her being gone was happening in the moment.
But I had things that oh, maybe she'll never come back. Oh, maybe this. Oh, maybe that. And that's what the anxiety is.
Yes.
So you don't know if she's never going to come back yet. That's not in the moment. You know that she's not maybe going to come back now, but you don't know if she's never going to come back.
Yeah.
Yet. That's not in the moment.
Yeah. That's anxiety.
Yes, that's the anxiety part.
Got it. And that's the part that you have to quiet.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to just calm yourself down and say, everything's okay, it's not happening now. And
can you always calm yourself down?
Not always. There was one time, it was remember how we usually share Yaya and Nunu's birthday together?
Yes.
Remember the first time?
Let me just clarify. Our grandma and our aunt, their birthdays are 2 days apart.
Yeah.
So we celebrate them together.
And remember the time that we did it here?
Yes.
I don't know why, it was all of a sudden, Mama knows how I wasn't looking good. She was like, "Are you okay?" And
I remember,
like,
yeah, you were
yeah,
not having
I
a good
wasn't-
day
I
that
wasn't
day.
having a good day and everything. And all of a sudden, it just like, I was like, "Mama, I need a second in my room." And then all of a sudden, I don't know why, I just start pouring tears. I have anxiety about my new school, about soccer, about if I'm not good enough, about all of a sudden just it starts coming, and then all of a sudden my mom has come to check on me, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Okay, I'm going to." She just looks at me, and my head goes up, and she's like, "Don't worry, I'm going to get Ella because you know that Ella's good with anxiety and stuff." And she locks the door, and she got out my journal, and we started writing stuff down what I'm scared about, and we started talking about it. And sometimes I need help calming down, and that's so fine.
Yeah.
That's super fine. If you need help calming down, like it's super fine. You don't have to be ashamed to ask if you need help. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. So you saved the day.
that's Ella. Ella saved
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
Wow. You're amazing, Cam. So you're always so joyful.
Yeah.
It's so cool that you can experience both kinds of feelings. Like you can be scared, but you can also be excited, and you can be sad, but you can also be happy, right? When I was growing up, I was always, and even still, I tried to sometimes push down my sad emotions.
Why?
Um,
What do you mean by that, though?
Like, if something makes me sad, sometimes I try to ignore it, and because I want to be happy all the time.
Okay, then good.
That's good?
Yeah.
No,
because-
it's not.
What do you mean?
Well, I
Wait. No, wait. Wait, why did you do that?
Why
No.
do I push down the sad emotions?
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah,
You should let your sad emotions come out.
I know, but I didn't always know that.
Why?
I don't know why.
You never asked for, like, you never, like, asked, like, that's, like, how I know to cry when I'm feeling sad, if it's a real reason to cry. Like, you know what I mean? Like if, like, how you, like, try to push it away if you're sad. Oh, I messed up that. And then you're like, no, I'm just going to push it away. But, like, I don't know.
So-
like, what's one of the reasons why you pushed your sad, like, your
Feelings
sad
away?
Feelings away.
Let me think of an example.
Because I can't think of any.
Okay, so once when I was in middle school,
Uh-huh.
I had a friend
Yeah.
who had a birthday, and one of our new friends
Yeah.
organized the party.
Yeah.
And since the new friend didn't know that I was friends with the birthday girl, she didn't invite me. And so I felt really excluded, and I saw on Snapchat all my friends at this party, and I wasn't invited, but I didn't want to feel sad about it because,
You know, it was just a mistake.
yeah, and also, I don't know, I just didn't want everyone to like feel bad for me because I wasn't invited, even though I was sad about it.
I would maybe just have a second to cry about it.
Yeah.
I would just let it go out and say, Mommy, I see my friends are having a party. Don't get mad at them, but I wasn't invited and I'm kind of sad. What should I do?
Yeah.
Like, let it out for a second by yourself, then go to Mom and say, like, I wasn't invited, I'm kind of sad, and I see all these pictures, and they're not with me. And probably, if you have a nice mom, then she'll probably help you out, or your dad, or whoever you have to have your back.
Yeah.
That's there at the moment
And
to help you. Or maybe you can even call someone that's your best friend and know that they'll help you a lot.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And now I know, now that I'm 20, you're 8 years old and you already know this, but now at 20 I know that if you let yourself feel the feelings, you actually feel better.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, maybe this is like a really like yucky thing, but like when you're not feeling well and you're like when you throw up, it feels like so much better.
Yes. Like when you're car sick, if you just throw up.
You just throw up and you feel better.
That's another thing. I don't remember the last time I threw up because I grew up getting so car sick and I would throw up all the time.
I don't remember the last time I threw up. I only have one memory of me throwing up.
Really?
I don't think we should discuss it because it's really yucky. I'll just say it. Okay, so I was 3 and I was going to school and I wasn't being quiet and I was just quiet and Mommy was saying, let's get out of the car, and all of a sudden she comes back and there's throwing all over me. And she calls everyone to, she threw up and I can't go to school, so we just drove home. And we just drove home and I was just like this.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's another thing that I've pushed down. Like, that's another thing that I've pushed down, throwing up, because I have so many bad memories associated with it that I try not to throw up as much as I can, even though I know that if I just let myself throw up, I'll probably feel better.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. We've covered a lot of good stuff. Do you know that you're very wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Do you think...
I want to be more humble and say, no, I don't, but I do.
Yeah. Do you think you are wise because your parents have taught you to be, or because your 2 big sisters have taught you to be, or do you think it's just who you are?
Because my family and myself, because when I was younger, I didn't like know like all these stuff. But then also, as I got older, I asked my family about the stuff, and they mostly help me. And sometimes I look up to my older sisters, like you and Ella, to see how they would also deal with it. Or sometimes, like Mommy and Daddy, when you guys aren't here, I'll ask them for help.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I can't just say it's one of them too, like you're my older sisters, or just my mom and dad, like my whole family. Sometimes Yaya or not really.
Our grandma, but not really our grandpa.
I don't know how he's.
He has some wisdom too, though.
Yeah, but I don't know about I don't know. I don't think I would ask him.
Yeah, for emotional advice.
Yeah, I don't think really.
Yeah.
I think he'll just say, well, deal with it.
Yeah.
I think that's what he would just say, like.
That's a very generational thing. Like, our parents, and especially our parents' don't have as much EQ as our generation does, which is like your emotional intelligence. And like the way that we talk about emotions was never a conversation for our grandparents when they were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had one more thing I wanted to ask you. Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Lots of stuff.
Me too, yeah.
I don't know which one I'm going to pick yet. I want to be a dancer, a singer, a soccer player, a tennis player, a teacher. I want to be a painter. I want to be all of those stuff. Like, I don't...
And you could do all of it. I think you probably will.
But it would probably be a lot.
Yeah. So maybe you'll do it all, but just like at different times.
Maybe when I get older, I'll start having more stuff I want to do.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I probably will.
To close out the episode, how about we talk about our 2025 ins and outs?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to talk about, I think we should talk about outs first because we're leaving them in 2024. And we wrote a few down before we sat down to chat here today. Outs, being on your iPad all day.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, especially for you.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have any outs?
Not always being hyper when it's a time to not be hyper.
Okay.
Like when it's time to be calm and just do my homework.
Yeah.
Don't like get hyper, like don't do my homework and stuff. Like
okay. Being hyper is an out.
Yeah.
Being hyper at an unideal time is an out.
Yeah. But like in soccer and stuff, I know I have to be hyper.
Yeah.
But like you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Cookies every night are an out.
It's a special kind of cookie. It's called a protein cookie.
Okay, protein cookies are fine, but like regular cookies and ice cream.
I don't have regular cookies.
Okay, fine. But ice cream every night?
I don't have ice cream every night.
I know, but if you
I'm
did.
not allowed to have ice cream when it's the school
days. I know.
days.
Okay.
I barely even have ice cream.
Fine. I'm just saying ice cream every day is an out.
I don't have ice cream every day.
Okay, fine. Those are all the outs. Do you have any other outs?
Be nicer if I can.
So being mean is out.
Yeah.
Even though you're never mean.
Yeah, not really. Like, don't be mean.
Okay, that's always a good one. Don't be mean.
Yeah.
That's an out.
Yeah,
All right.
You can always be mean sometimes when
Yeah.
you don't even. Sometimes, like, anyone can be mean. Sometimes if they don't know it. Like, be aware. Like, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All right, now for the ins.
Okay. Lots of ins.
Lots of ins.
I don't remember them all, so can you
Sure,
read
we
some
said
of them?
slickbacks.
Yeah, like how my hair's like this for slick back right now.
Yeah.
I want to start doing more slick backs.
Yeah, that's an in.
Wait, you want me to tell them that you do that? Okay. That my sister does, Ella.
And Ella did your hair today,
Yeah,
right?
like this.
Yeah, she does my hair and my makeup too. Some singers that are in. You want to name some?
I like Olivia Rodrigo. I like Billie Eilish. I like Michael Jackson.
Huge in. What about?
Sabrina Carpenter. I like her too.
Yeah, and?
I do like Charlie XCX.
Yeah, Charlie XCX.
I really like the song Apple.
Yes, with the TikTok dance.
Yeah.
That's like this. I think the apple's rotten right to the core. Pop, pop. Okay. Oh, symmetrical lines. Just wanna drive to the airport.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we love Charlie
That's
XCX.
just a little thing.
Yeah. Oh my God, another huge in. Having a loose tooth.
Yes. Also, I just lost one. But you don't know. You see that?
Yeah, you can
right
see
here?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I lost one.
I wouldn't say a loose tooth is in for my 2025.
Yeah, because you already lost them
I have all my
remember?
adult teeth, so
Yeah,
I don't
but
want to lose any.
I like losing mine.
Yeah, but you like losing
Yeah.
yours. This was one that I was inspired by you. Gallon water bottles.
Yes.
Those are in.
Yeah, I have a gallon of a water bottle that I bring to soccer, and what I try to do is I try to drink all of it while I'm playing. Like not all of it because I don't want to drink so much that while I'm playing I have a tummy ache.
Yeah.
But I try to drink as much as I can, like a little bit while I have breaks to drink, and then after soccer or tennis. Well, I don't use it for tennis. After soccer,
Yeah.
I try to drink all of the rest, not in one big
Gulp.
gulp, but just little bits.
Yeah.
at a time.
This is the one you said, painting.
Yeah, I love painting.
Yeah, big in.
Like my sister Ella,
Ella loves
that
painting.
wants me to talk about her.
Yeah. Is she over there?
Yeah, she's like, or
Yeah.
or all this stuff
Yeah.
to say, okay, yeah, I'll talk about you.
And the last in I have for both of us is singing.
Singing.
Together.
Yeah.
Right? More. Okay, well, thank you for watching our podcast together. If you enjoyed what Cami had to say, which I'm sure you did, please let me know.
So maybe I could do another podcast with my sister. It doesn't have to be about the same thing. Maybe some different stuff, but yeah.
Did you enjoy that, Cam?
I loved it.
Yay! I
It was
love
lots
you.
of fun.
Oh, can I have a hug? I love you. Oh, good job. I'm so proud of you. You killed that.